welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple framework that you could use to pretty much create yourself your first digital product, and you could do this in under 30 minutes. And for today, we are pretty much going to focus on creating an ebook. And what we're going to do is we are going to tap into artificial intelligence, and I'm going to use one of my best buddies in the online space. And that is Lil Robot AKA ChatGPT. If you know me, you know that I'm someone who likes to teach you systems, processes, frameworks. So for today, we are going to just do a simple 3-step process. And what we are going to do is we are going to research, we are going to create, and we are going to market our digital product. So the first thing that I want you to do, I'm going to give you 2 options straight off the bat for you to be able to do some research. Now, when you're in the online space, there's pretty much 3 areas of focus that you could go into: the health and wellness focus, you could go into the love and relationship focus, or you could go into the wealth focus. All right. That is what is called your niche. Every avenue that you go into, it pretty much is going to fall underneath one of those buckets or one of those umbrellas. Now, for the sake of today, I'm going to do something outside of the norm, something that is different, because what I want you to do is pretty much take your area of expertise, whatever it is that you currently do, and I want to show you how you could pretty much monetize that. So maybe in the past, you may have seen a video that's teaching you how to create something in the health and wellness space. But for the sake of today, we are going to tap into human resource management. All right. Because I personally think that that's an area that is wide open, and then you could have a lot of fun with it. All right. But you could cater to a wide range of individuals out there who are in the online space. The first research forum that I want you to check out, it is called Answer the Public. And I went ahead, let me just show you over here. I went ahead and what I did was I just typed in the word human resource, right? And what this allows you to do, you're basically doing some research to see if the digital product that you want to put out there in the market space, if it'll grab people's attention. So you see here that the search volume is over 110,000, right? And it also has a high cost per click. Now, the cost per click pretty much is kind of giving you like stats as it relates to persons who are running advertising out there in the online space. But what you're doing is pretty much you're using this as a tool to gather some feedback. So if you see right here, there's over 62 questions that people are asking in the online space. Are human resource jobs in need? Are human resource managers in demand? You understand? So there's different areas or different questions. Why human resource management is important to all managers. And you could scroll down and have a look at that. What does human resource managers do? What is human resource planning? And the list goes on and on. Which human resource function helps the organization understand the numbers? There's a lot of questions that are here. And the reason why you want to do this is because you want to see or test if this is something that you could pretty much take and run with it in the digital marketing space. And I promise if you stick around, you'll see the full picture of this, because see, the first thing we have to do in this 3-step framework that I'm teaching you is you have to do the research portion of it to validate. The next forum that I want you to take a look at, I want you to take a look at Quora. And I went over on Quora, and Quora is a forum, I like to call it, right? And I went and I typed in the same thing over on Quora. And what this is going to do, it is going to give you a series of questions that people are asking. What does human resource management systems do? And you see this have over 150 answers. What are the functions and objectives of human resource management? And this has over 80 answers. The reason why you want to come over here is you want to do some research, especially if you're looking to tap into the digital marketing space to be able to create a product that people are going to buy, because see, your product is going to be able to fill that need. You understand? And you could scroll down and take a look. But what you do is you pretty much utilize this as a tool to help you to, 1, validate your product. And secondly, it helps you then to know whether or not, okay, is this something that I should be going after? You see right here over on Quora, it asks the same question. Is HRM, that's short for human resource, a good career option? 105 answers. And you see, based on this now, you're able to kind of sieve out or see you're testing the temperature of the market to know that, hey, if it is that you want to go into this area to create a digital product to fill a need, the answers are already there for you. You understand? You're getting this information for free. So that's the first thing that we did. We did the research, and I'm running this through so you're able to do this in under 30 minutes. So we did the research. The next thing that we're going to do is create. At the beginning of the video, I shared with you that we're going to use my best friend in the online space, and that's Lil Robot AKA ChatGPT. Now, what I did, I already pre-filled the information to save time. And this is the prompt that I am using in Lil Robot. It says, I am a human resource manager for a Fortune 500 company. I am currently burnt out, overworked, and want to generate other streams of income. I want to tap into the digital marketing industry to generate passive income online. Can you help me by giving me 5 digital products that I can create to help my audience based on my experience with being a human resource manager? Now, before I even hit enter for you to see all of the good that's going to happen, now, with this digital product that I'm going to create, I already listed what is called a pain point. What is it that is hurting that audience or you as an individual? Because remember now, you're taking your expertise, what it is that you already do, what it is that you already know ins and outs, and you're going to use that now to tap into the digital marketing space. And again, for this example, we are using a human resource manager. A human resource manager is burnt out and overworked. Chances are there's other human resource managers worldwide that are burnt out, overworked, and they want to generate extra income. The average person is looking for extra income because everyone could do with that sort of cushion to be able to not just have stability, but to be able to have that backup plan to help themselves in the unlikely event that the job gives them the boot. So we're going to go ahead and select enter, and you are going to see Lil Robot just do its thing. See, it's given us exactly what it is that we asked it. So see, the first one here that it recommended for us, remember we asked for 5. The first one that it recommended for us, it recommended an online course on effective HR management, an ebook on work-life balance strategies, HR templates and toolkits. Then it talks about consultation service packages, webinars on conflict resolution and employee engagement, right? Now we want to tap into digital marketing and we want to work smarter and not harder. Remember, as a HR manager, I'm already overworked and I'm already burned out. So of course, I don't want to be doing consultation, especially if I'm tapping into digital marketing, because see, the purpose of tapping into the digital marketing industry is to be able to leverage your efforts, as in you do the work one time and you're able to get paid for it over and over again. So this is exactly what you want to do. You understand? So in this case, you may not know how to create an online course because there is so much that goes into creating an online course. So automatically we are going to eliminate that one. You may not know how to design toolkits and all of that good stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to eliminate that one as well. Webinars, probably right now you spend so much time having meetings because especially if you're the HR for a Fortune 500 company, you got to stay in meetings. You're doing this, you're overseeing, you're managing, you're resolving so much conflict. So you are just tired of that and you just want something different. And because of how your plate is heavy, you don't have the space to fill the consultation. So the easiest and smartest decision to go with right now is what is called an ebook. And I'm going to show you how you could capitalize off of creating an ebook, but do it in a strategic way that brings you a lot of benefits and also generates you a ton of income. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to tell Lil Robot, because it gave us, we're going to tell Lil Robot that we want to go with option number 2. I choose option number 2. You saw what it did? Choose option number 2. You saw the first thing that it did. It said, Identify your target audience. We already identified our target audience as being other human resource managers who are in the same boat as us, because 9 times out of 10, let me make it super easy for you. When you are looking to serve someone out there, especially in the online space, 9 times out of 10, the person who you're best able to serve is the person who you used to be many yesterdays ago. So guess what? Because we are serving human resource managers, who knows a human resource manager best and what they go through and how they are burnt out like another human resource manager. So what we're going to do now is cater to those human resource managers who's just a tad bit behind us, and that's how you're able to go ahead and create and leverage digital product. You understand? So see, the first thing that Lil Robot gave us, it gave us how to identify the target audience. I just showed you how to identify the target audience. It gave us the option on how to, outline the content, right? In a nutshell, this is for the ebook that we designed. It gave you the introduction. It talks about understanding burnout. It talks about work-life balance myth. It talks about time management strategies. It talks about boundaries. It talks about mindful stress management and creating a support system. It's giving you the outline on exactly what you need to do. It tells you about the research and gather data. It tells you about the design and the layout. It talks about market distribution, and it also talks about the monetization. Remember the first thing that we asked it, and I'm going to repeat it for you. It says, this was the prompt that we gave Lil Robot. I am a human resource manager for a Fortune 500 company. I am currently burned out, overworked, and want to generate other streams of income. I want to tap into the digital marketing industry to generate passive income online. Can you help me by giving me 5 digital products that I can create to help me understand my audience based on my experience with being a human resource manager? So far, I want you guys to see exactly what is happening here. Because see, gone are the days of working harder in the online space. You could now work smarter. We've covered the research phase in the beginning. Remember, I told you that this is a 3-step framework that we're doing. We covered the research. Now, what we're doing is the creation. And then the last thing we'll cover is the marketing of the digital product. Super simple, easy peasy. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to ask Lil Robot, can you write chapter 1? Chapter 1. And you're going to do this for every section of the ebook. Because remember, you're catering to that burnt out human resource professional who want to be able to generate extra income in the online space. Now, chapter 1. Understanding burnout. That's chapter 1. Burnout is a pain point. You understand? It talks about the silent epidemic. In today's fast-paced, always connected world, burnt out has become a silent epidemic. I don't need to go any further. You understand? Let's just go down a little bit. The 3 dimensions to burnout: emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, reduce personal accomplishment. Now, y'all see this? The causes of burnout. 1, excessive workload, lack of control, inadequate support. Now, I don't know about you, but this right here is already speaking and going deeper even with those pain points that the human resource manager may be feeling. Okay, boom. So we got the impact of burnout. And it shows you physical health problems, mental health issues. So we're not just highlighting the pain points, but we're showing you exactly a deeper level as to what this could do. It's also showing you how you could recognize the signs, all right? And then it also gives you an option where you're able to take the first step towards recovery. I don't know about you, but this is awesome information. So guess what we're not going to do? We're not going to use the time and run through going through every chapter neck by neck. We could then go and prompt it to say, you know what? Can you write chapter 2? Can you write chapter 3? Can you write chapter 4? Now, let me show you something even different outside of the norm. Can you give me a fun, interactive game that human resource managers can do to eliminate the burnout. Now, this is different. So not only are we highlighting the problem in the digital product, but what we're doing, we're also gamifying it. And all that means is we're getting the individual, to take action. So it's fun. It's an activity for them to do and to say, maybe I need to try this with my team or something of that sort, because you have to think like a human resource manager, right? Because not only is this product going to be generating income for them in the online space, but they're able to also use it effectively to help make their jobs easier, to lighten some of the burden, right? See, I just asked it for that, but this is what it gave me. It says the wellness scavenger hunt. And I think this is pretty cool. And it says, it gives you the overview, the objective, it gives you the duration, it tells you how many participants, how many teams you need, it gives you the materials that you need, it gives you the step by step on how to play the game. You understand? The step by step on how to play the game. It gives you the instructions, it gives you the scoring, it gives you how you could have that moment to reflect and share, right? Now look at this. After the scavenger hunt, gather the teams to discuss their experiences. Encourage participants to share how they felt during the activities. What did they learn about stress relief and how they can incorporate these practices into their daily routines. It also gives you the options for prizes. Why does it work? You understand? And all of this good stuff. So it gives you the entire step-by-step framework. Now, I'm using version 4.0 of Lil Robot AKA ChatGPT. There is a free version, but this version that I'm using is a paid version. So I'm not sure if the free version will go so in depth and give you the information, but trust me, it is minimal that you pay for this monthly, but it gives you so much valuable information so that you are able to take your content to the next level to be able to help your audience, right? Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it, right? Because you see, for me, I'm a person who I love to see, images and all of that good stuff, right? So what I'm going to ask it to do, can you create an image that relates to chapter 1? And you could do that for all the chapters. Now, you don't have to gamify every single one of the chapter, but you want to have something in there that's interactive because of the digital product that you are doing, right? And look at this image that it gave me. The perfect image is showing a pile of work that is piled up. Someone is down on the desk with their head holding down like that. And it literally is showing burned out. And this is what it says. Here's an image that visually represents the concept of burned out as described in chapter 1 of your ebook. It captures the exhaustion and stress often associated with burnt out in a corporate environment, right? And I absolutely love this. You want to know why I love this? Because it is now even speaking more to that emotional side of what the ideal client is dealing with, aka that human resource manager. You understand? This is exactly what I'm going to do again. Can you create another image with a woman? Because this first image is with a male. So now I'm asking it to give me one with a woman. So guess what now? You're using this to pretty much help you as an individual. Now look at that, right? World class, top notch, something that you won't find anywhere else, right? And you want to know what I love about this? You see how Lil Robot is populating the information and sharing this with me and doing all the good stuff, right? If you go and you use the same prompt, and what I'll do is I'll leave the prompt in the description of this video to make it super easier for you. So you could just copy and paste it into ChatGPT. If you go and you use that prompt, Lil Robot will not spit out the same information. And this is what I love about it. But guess what? We are going to take it a step further, right? Because remember, we did the research. Now we're doing the creation process, right? And what we're going to do is the marketing phase. In terms of the creation process, you might be wondering, how do you get all of this information from where you are right now to get it into what is called a digital product? Now, over here, you could head over to Canva. If you're not familiar with Canva, just create a free account. And I'm going to give you two ways that you could go. You could go the route of doing it yourself, Or you could go the route of working smarter and not harder, and you could pretty much outsource the design of your ebook. You could go on Fiverr.com, pay someone 10 to 15 bucks to put this together nicely for you and get it back to you. So you see, I tell you, gone are the days of working harder. You could literally work smarter. So you now could go and, search for an ebook template. You could open up one of these templates, and you now could take this information that you have populated over into ChatGPT. You could take the information from over there, and then you now could go ahead and plug that into one of these templates. But before you even go and you plug that into one of these templates, I always let people know, and you should always follow this rule of thumb. Now, Lil Robot, this is just a tool to help you, to give you guidance. What you want to do as an individual is you want to go through it, right? The information that it provided you with, you want to make sure that you tweak the information to let it sound like you as an individual. So if you don't speak a certain way, you don't need to do it that way. What you want to do is you want to ensure that it actually sounds like you, the individual. Then you could go even on a website that is called Grammarly, and you could go and pop the information in there. You could just go and copy and paste it, and to make sure all your grammar and all that good stuff is in order. Even if you want to as well, you could take the raw information, hire someone from Fiverr to be able to vet it for you to ensure that it's crystal clear, it sounds correct, all your grammar and all that, good stuff is in order before you go ahead and plug that into Canva. And again, remember, if you're not familiar with that and you don't want to do that, this is something that you could outsource, or you could work smarter and and not harder. One of the things that I love is that if you're someone who don't want to do the hard work, you actually get the opportunity to get about 200 plus digital product ideas inside of this amazing program that I am a part of and I get to be the brand ambassador for. And it's pretty much a business in a box opportunity that shows you how to not just utilize the social media platforms, how to market, but to also monetize the social media platforms. Because see, let's just face it, if you're going to be on social media scrolling, might as well you turn that scroll into income going into your bank account. Now, we've covered the research, we've covered the creation and the design. And the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to cover the marketing of the digital product. Now, we're going to also go over to Lil Robot. Let me just show you another quick thing before we run into marketing. Let's just say, can you create an ebook cover design for this product? So all of that Lil Robot could do for you. And see, it's generating the image and all of this good stuff. So you already have something that is populating, right? And in a nutshell, look at how awesome that looks, right? Ah, man, that is so good. You now could take this image right here and you could use it as is, or you could tweak it, because this is what is called your mock-up. All right, or a design of your ebook, and you use this on social media. So straight off the back right there, this is more along the line of, a little bit of the marketing that we're going to dive into. And let's just switch gears real quick and talk about the marketing. Like I said, we want to do this real quick. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to go over again into Lil Robot, and we're going to say, I want to market this ebook on social media and attract other human resource managers. Can you give me a simple marketing plan that I can use to grow my audience organically? Boom. So we ask it for the marketing plan. And this is Little Robot doing its thing. This is Little Robot doing its thing. Now, look at what it did. It gave us a marketing plan and it tells us that we need to define our target audience. Now, we already know our target audience. It's telling us that we could create a content calendar. But because of our target audience, which is human resource managers, look what it did. It even recommended the platform that we're supposed to use. And the platform that it recommended, it said to leverage LinkedIn. Leverage LinkedIn. You understand? It says create engaging content. You understand? It also tells you that you could collaborate, and it also tells you about a hashtag strategy. It also tells you about building an email list, right? It also tells you about engage with your audience, track and adjust, and then it also tells you about offer limited promotions. And I absolutely love this. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. You understand? So let's just say right now we're going to leverage LinkedIn for the sake of this example. Can you write a 5-day content strategy for LinkedIn? Keep it super simple and ensure the content connects emotionally with my audience. Boom. I asked it for that, right? So it's given me exactly what I need to do for 5 days. So see what it says? Day 1, personal story. You could do a text post with a photo. It's telling me exactly what I need to do on day 1. Share a personal story about a time when you felt burnt out as a HR manager. Talk about how it impacted your work and personal life. And with a question, have you ever felt like you were carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders? How did you cope with that? Now, the reason why it said that it wants you to end with a question, because what that's going to do is going to allow other people to ponder and to put themselves in your shoes and to then respond. Because see, it's not only like a cry where you need help, but you're also helping them while helping yourself, right? And you see the goal of this, it says to build empathy and connect by showing vulnerability. And the reason you want to do that in the online space, because see, a lot of people are in the online space, but they're generic or they're what is called vanilla, right? But you see, people do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And in order for people to know you, like you, and trust you, you have to become what is called relatable, as in people want to know that they're dealing with a normal human being. You understand? The next thing that it says, day 2, an inspirational quote, right? Day 3, a practical tip. Day 4, engage with a poll. Day 5, sneak peek and a call to action, right? And it says video post or carousel. Now, after you've served them the entire week, as in you're adding value, you now go and you're giving them like a little teaser on your digital product in a nutshell, right? So you see how this thing has it structured. So you've done the research, right? You've created the product. Now you're working on the marketing on how you get it out there. It already gave you the platform of choice that you're supposed to use and leverage, right? But guess what? You're putting the digital product out there, but how much will you sell the digital product for? Let's just do this, right? Can you give me a price breakdown for the digital product if I sell 5 daily at $27 or 37 or 47? Me the weekly, monthly, and yearly breakdown. And here is why this is a no-brainer. Because we have human resource managers that are in that predicament or in that position, it makes it super easier. So this is the breakdown. If you're able to create that digital product in that specific area of focus or any area of focus at that, guess what? You're able to leverage the digital marketing space, right? See, it's showing you that if you sell the ebook, $27 per ebook, let's say you do 5 a day, for example, that's $135. Let's just say you do that for the week. That's $945. Let's just say you do that for the month. That's over $4,000. And if you do that for the year, you are looking at $49,275 with the ebook price at only $27. Let's just say you decide to price it at $37. You are looking at over 67,000 for the year, 5,550 for the month, an extra 1,200 for the week, an extra $185 for the day. Let's just say you decide to price it at the $47 price point. You're looking at over $85,000 for the year. You understand? A monthly revenue of $7,000. And also weekly revenue, you're looking at $1,600. Now, I want you to think global. I want you to think big. This is a digital product. And you see in the online space, there's over 4.5 billion active users across these social media platforms on a daily basis. But you're not speaking to 4.5 billion active users. You're just focusing on one specific audience, and that's those human resource managers who are also burnt out, who are also looking to generate other streams of income. You see what you're able to leverage if you decide to just zone in, focus on one thing. This is all a part of the marketing because, see, if you're going to put the product out there, then you need to now know exactly how you're going to price it. And you could test different pricing. And let me tell you how awesome this is. See, inside of that ebook, even if you want to include other streams of income, for example, you're selling this digital product that you create once. Even if you want to insert in it, let's just say, you do specific consultation and you only have 5 slots for the month because your plate is already full. Those 5 slots for consultation, you could price those at a premium price. For example, $1,500. You're a human resource manager and you're catering to other human resource manager. So that gives you now the leverage, even charge a 500, 1,000, a 1,500 for a consultation, because what you're doing is you are being compensated for your time. The value that you're going to offer is to help someone else to fill a gap that they have. You understand? So imagine now you're doing 5 consultations for the month along with selling your digital product. Each of those consultations is $1,000. That's an extra $5,000, which is considered a second stream of income from the first stream. Because see, the first stream, you're selling the first stream for either 27, 37, or 47, and you're generating a bunch of income on a monthly basis. But separate from that, you're also tapping into leveraging other streams of income. And that is the power of the digital marketing industry and how you pretty much could set yourself up to win. So real quick, I don't want to even drag this video out any further. Now, let me tell you how awesome this is in the online space. If you don't want to do all of this, like I shared with you earlier, there's a business in a box opportunity that pretty much covers the ins and outs of how you could, one, get yourself a digital business so that you could get started with generating that extra income. It helps you to build and grow your audience. It also helps you to tap into and utilize these social media platforms the right way so that you are able to then monetize your scroll. So instead of you just scrolling, you could pretty much tap into generating income online. The beauty with this, I call it a digital business franchise. When you get started, you invest in this one time. You plug it in, you got your system set up, and we show you what is called an attraction marketing framework, where we show you how to create those strategic pieces of content that you put out there in the digital space. And these are called your digital real estate. And they're out there working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They work hand in hand with what is called your automated system. That automated system, it does 4 things for you. It does all the gathering, because remember, we covered your ideal client earlier. while creating this digital product. So instead of you now having to be on the phone or sending individuals what is called a DM, or cold calling people, your automated system, it does a lot of the work, the heavy lifting for you. So it's going to deal with all of the gathering. The second thing that it's going to do, it's going to deal with the touch points, aka your follow-up, aka taking people on that date, on the journey where they get to know you, like you, and trust you as an individual. The third thing that it's going to do, it is going to cover the transaction, aka the sale. Because if you notice, one of the things that I did not cover earlier is I didn't tell you that, hey, this is what you need to do in order to collect your money, but I'm going to give you that as a bonus. The next thing that it also does, it builds you what is called a private community, aka your tribe of people who love you, who know you, who like you, who trust you. And that is exactly what the automated system does. Now, how are you able to collect your money when you're able to generate your sales out there? There's several different options that you could use. You could get yourself what is called a beacons. You could get yourself a pen site. You could get yourself what is called a stand store to make it a little bit easier for you. And that is just a storefront. But you see, when you decide to get started with your digital business franchise, all of that comes wrapped up for you in what I call a business in a box. It just has a red bow on it. And all you have to do is just unwrap that bow, open up the gift, plug it in, and you pretty much have yourself a business in a box, right? My name is Dean, and I hope that you found some value in this video. Be sure if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to answer the questions for you. And then also remember, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you could pretty much stay connected and go on this journey with me. Again, I'll leave the prompt in the description for you that I use inside of this video so that you now could take the prompt, tweak it, and go and create your own digital product. And if it is that you don't want to go the hard route and you want to go the smart route, the link will be in the description for you to go ahead and check out the Business in a Box digital business franchise opportunity so that you could get started with your own business in the online space to start generating income. All right. Until the next video, take care.